Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. Now, House of Dragon is a show that's been going on for, since I think August, if I'm not mistaken. I have watched Game of Thrones before. I think I've watched the show twice, from beginning to end. It didn't exactly end the way that I was happy with. However, believe it or not, I think back in 2018, I did sort of predict who was going to sit on the Iron Throne. I said it was either going to be one of the Starks, either Bran or Arya Stark. So I was kind of happy to find out that Bran was going to actually sit on the Iron Throne and be the king of the six. Yeah, I believe it was the Six Kingdoms. I know the final season isn't very liked by a lot of people. I think for me, I'm not crazy about it. I believe season 4 and 5 were my favorite seasons, and a bit of 6, because I heard apparently they ran out of books that they were adapting, so they had to end up making new material, making up a new story. And as we saw, the results weren't so great. The final season left a bad taste in people's mouths. So this is a prequel, House of the Dragon, which takes place, I don't know how far back into the past, but I'm assuming it's going to be very distant, because it only makes sense to do a prequel if it takes place further away from the actual main timeline of the Game of Thrones series. I heard that the show has been getting a lot of great reviews. People are enjoying it. I'm hoping that will be the same with me. I do love the world building that the show does and the whole themes that they go through. I know the show is very rated R. A lot of crude things happen in the show, which is right on track with Game of Thrones, so it's quite cool that they're continuing with that theme. Like a lot of shows, I'm quite behind with them, so this is the first episode of the first season. It's a pilot episode. I'm not really sure what it's called. I just checked, it's called The Heirs of the Dragon. So I think this story will focus more on the Targaryens. I'm assuming, I might have watched one trailer. Yeah, I think it was the first teaser trailer that I watched. So like I said, I'm assuming it's going to focus more on the Targaryens rather than the Lannisters or the Starks like the Game of Thrones show. So I'm expecting to see a lot of dragons here and a lot of white-haired people, because that's what the Targaryens are known for. One of the things they're known for. I hope the show does not disappoint. I might have to do some censoring, since this is a Game of Thrones show, so there's going to be a lot of things that I'll have to bleep out or block. I hope there isn't a lot, because that would be a lot of work for me to do. But yeah, I've wasted enough time talking. Without any further ado, let's get started.
The health of the old king, Jaehaerys, was failing.
Oh, getting
In those
some
days,
narration.
House Targaryen stood at the height of its strength. King Jaehaerys reigned over nearly 60 years of peace and prosperity. But tragedy had claimed both his sons, leaving his succession in doubt. Princess Rhaenys Targaryen, the king's eldest descendant, and her younger cousin, Prince Viserys Targaryen, the king's eldest male descendant.
Viserys Targaryen, be made Prince of Dragonstone.
Rhaenys, a woman, would not inherit the Iron Throne.
Yeah, it's the olden days, so
The lords instead chose Viserys,
I'm not really surprised.
my father.
Oh, she's the person in the stomach.
Jaehaerys
No,
called the
I'm
Great
stomach.
Council. The only thing that could tear down the House of the Dragon was itself.
So there's snakes in the house among the family. Oh, is this the opening scenes? Wow, first episode and already seeing a dragon. That's quite cool. I'm hoping that we'll get to see a vibe of the Game of Thrones show. You can sort of hear the music. Hey, there's capital, I believe. Man, it's been 3 years since we've last had any Game of Thrones products, since the last, because the final season was released in 2019.
Welcome back, Princess. I trust your ride was pleasant.
Try not to look too relieved, sir.
I am relieved. Every time that golden beast brings you back unspoiled, saves my head from a spike.
That guy,
Syrax is growing quickly.
where's he from?
She'll soon be as large as Caraxes. That's almost large.
Man, this dragon looks quite cool. Like, it looks, the visual effects look quite great. So those sticks are supposed to what? What are they supposed to do against a dragon that breathes fire? The thing could just eat you. It doesn't even have to burn you. And the production design is amazing. I mean, you can sort of see that it's not real. Like, well, I don't know. Yeah. You can sort of see the CGI looks not so good. But it's still impressive, though.
Someone has to attend to you.
This is very caring.
We have royal wounds, you and I. The childbed is our battlefield. We must learn to face it with a stiff lip.
So I said
That's
to
quite
him,
beautiful.
I believe you might be looking up the wrong end.
An alliance among the free cities.
It was kind of weird seeing a black dude with that type of hair.
They have
Because
massed
it just,
on Bloodstone, and are presently reading the stepstones of its pirate.
I don't know.
Well, that sounds suspiciously like...
Because you know it's not really
A
natural.
man called Kragas Drehar.
Has heard your report, Lord Corlys.
And the guy sounds like Tyrion's father, Tyrell. What's his name? Tywin. That's how it
Shall we
sounds.
discuss the...
Yeah.
There's a boy in the Queen's
job.
belly. I know it.
What if it isn't?
And
I swear I've seen this actor from somewhere. The Iron Throne. Man, it has a lot of spikes. One of those are blades. What language are they talking? Were they speaking again? I forgot.
Do you know what it is?
It's Valyrian steel.
Damn, I
My
forgot.
dog sister.
So what is she worried about, son? What is she worried about?
You're worried your father is about to overshadow you with a son.
I only worry for my mother. I hope for my father that he gets a son. As long as I can recall, it's all he's wanted.
Oh, shame.
You want him to...
The hour has grown late. Princess Nymeria
Yeah,
led her
there's a
Rhoynar
tree.
across the narrow sea on 10,000 ships to flee their Valyrian pursuers. She took Lord Mors Martell of Dorne to husband and burnt her own fleet off Sunspear to show her people that they were finished running.
What are you doing?
What do you remember?
If the Scepter sees this book, then the Scepter. Rhaenyra!
She knows her history.
Might I suggest cauterization?
Cauterization would be a wise course of treatment.
That's gonna hurt.
It will be painful.
Fine.
Yeah.
Fine. It's tepid.
It's as warm as the maesters will allow.
Don't they know dragons prefer heat? I've never been more certain of anything.
And you might set yourself up for disappointment.
I know it is my duty to provide you an heir. And I'm sorry if I have failed you in that I am.
She shouldn't feel bad. It's one of those things that just happen.
Warned all the
Man, I'm so bad with names. I already forgot who's Matt Smith's character. He already comes. He looks like a villain.
Beginning tonight, King's Landing will learn to fear the color gold.
Chaos, chaos. Damn. Wait, are they killing them or are they just beating them up? What are they doing? They're gonna kill the murderer. Damn. Okay, I know they're criminals, but...
It was an unprecedented roundup of criminals of every ilk. Your brother made a public show of it. Typical of wanton brutality is hardly in line with our laws.
Nobles from every corner of the realm are right now descending upon King's
That's,
Landing.
Rhys Ifans, right?
Raped.
From The Amazing
You might
Spider-Man.
know this unless you left the safety of the Red Keep.
Man, I almost didn't recognize him.
Is seen by the
You've not been seen in the Vale or at Runestone for quite some time.
I think my bronze bitch is happier for my absence.
Lady Rhea is your wife, a good and honorable lady of the Vale.
In the Vale, men are said to fuck sheep instead of women. I can assure you, the sheep are prettier.
Damn,
You
this
made a vow
guy's
before the Seven to honor your
unlikable.
wife in marriage.
Your own lady wife passed recently.
That's too far, bro.
Did she not?
Otto.
You are
Perhaps you aren't ready to move on just yet.
You know how my brother makes
piece of
sport of
crap.
provoking you. Must you indulge him?
Yeah, but talk to your brother, man. He crossed the line.
My apologies, Your Grace.
Any further performances like last night's will be answered.
Understood?
Understood, Your Grace.
Good. Game of Thrones being Game of Thrones. Well, not exactly Game of Thrones, but they're just watching while he's banging this chick. Oh, is it? Oh, he's frustrated. He can't continue. And she's disappointed. Oh, I'm the other brothel, but at least she's comforting him. Oh, so they keep having someone to replace the whatever weapon that's called. That guy dead? No, he's not. He's not.
I heard that Lady Eleanor is hiding a scrawling belly beneath her dress.
Hey, these girls just gossip. Oh, damn, the guy was knocked out. How is this entertainment? Like, I just don't get it.
I really couldn't say.
He was in Creed 1 as Ricky's manager or trainer, if I'm not mistaken. That's where I know that night from.
Sir Gawain Hightower of Old Town, eldest son of the Hand of the King.
Why do I have a feeling that he's about to die? So there's a chance that the Hand of the King will lose. Okay, he was already lost his wife, so he could possibly lose his son, his eldest son. No, he's gonna kill him. He's gonna kill him. He's gonna kill him. Oh, I think you might have made it worse, buddy. That is cheating, right? Okay, it's kind of. What are you doing? What are you doing?
Good luck, my prince.
That must be awkward. She's giving birth.
Your queen is a strong woman. She's fighting with all her might, but it may not be enough.
Emma. She better not die.
Emma.
She better not die.
I'm here.
Oh man. Jeez. What's with the transition? Why are they cheering for this? Oh, he's vomiting. Oh. Yeah, this is very gruesome. What's she doing? Man. Oh, like, these transitions though. Is she not gonna make it? Oh, that sucks.
To sacrifice one, or to lose them both. There is a chance that we can save the child.
But
the technique is taught at the Citadel, which involves cutting directly into the wound.
He's gonna save the child. Because he wants a son so bad. He's not even sure if he's gonna have one. Wait, does she know what's about to happen? Are you gonna tell her? Ugh, damn. That's.
I love you.
Damn, she shouldn't be scared.
Don't be scared, they're going to break the paper.
But she's going to die. Man, these old-fashioned ways. What kind of husband are you, dude? Oh, Damon! That is hilarious. He was just sliding on the beam. Get up. Man, while this is happening, she's about to... She doesn't even know that she's about to lose her mom. Oh, this is savage. They're just butchering her. And she's feeling all of this pain. That's a lot of violence. I like the transitions though, like of the fight. Nah, she's, oh shucks, there's a lot of blood. I like the transitions. Like there's this fight. There's the daughter, what her name is, being entertained, and while that's happening, her mother's actually dying. It's actually quite sad. So, is it?
Yield. Yield.
Oh wow, he lost. How's the daughter gonna feel about this? Dude, look at what you did. I mean, but again, then again, it's a tough position that he was put in.
Congratulations, Your Grace. You have a son.
Oh, at least he has a son. But still, at what cost?
Yeah, Your Grace.
Now they're about to burn her. And these Targaryens with their rituals of cremation. What? Dracarys. That can't be the baby. There's no way that the mom and the baby died. I thought the son was alive. Cremating a baby, that's just messed up. Something tells me he's enjoying it. What does that mean? Those balls that they put on the table.
Your Grace, this is the last design or accident.
What are you saying?
Someone might attack him.
Me. Take my crown.
I wouldn't be surprised if he does that.
Please. King's firstborn child, Rhaenyra.
A girl. So?
No queen has ever sat the Iron Throne.
That is only by tradition and precedent.
Suffer crows that come to feast on their corpses!
Yeah, the timing, dude. This is a very inappropriate time, though. What was that dude thinking? Damon heard everything that you said about him.
I thought you might go to him. Offer him comfort.
In his chambers.
How old is she?
I wouldn't know what to say.
What is that thing that she always does to her finger? I think her thumb, specifically. Because you saw during that fight, the tournament, there was some blood around her nail. Okay, it's not exactly what I thought. It was He was very innocent. But this is Game of Thrones. Anything can happen.
When my mother died, people only ever spoke to me in riddles. All I wanted was for someone to say that they were sorry for what happened to me. I'm very sorry, Your Grace.
Yeah, he needed that. This guy seems very comfortable to be in a brothel. Man, she was just riding that dude.
Before we begin, Your Grace, I have a report I feel compelled to share.
Oh,
King
he's
and Council have long rued my positions.
narrating what happened here.
Styling him the heir for a day.
Wow. That was rude.
The heir for a day. Did you say it?
Hey, he snitched on you.
Honorable man than you could ever be.
He doesn't protect you. I would.
From what?
Yourself.
Wow. You're the last person to talk.
You're weak.
Yeah, try something. Try something. Oh yeah, then vulnerable to heat.
I'm sorry, Rhaenyra. I have wasted the years since you were born, wanting for a son. David was not made to wear the crown, but I believe that you are. Gusting out of the distant north. I, Rickon Stark, Lord of Winter.
Rickon.
Aegon called his dream the Song of Ice and Fire.
Rhaenyra Targaryen, Princess of Dragonstone, and heir to the Iron Throne.
Congratulations. I love the music in the end. That was a really great episode. You know, it did a great job of showing you, of setting the tone of the movie, of the TV show, setting up the conflict, setting up the characters and who they are and their dynamics among each other, and the world building. Now, I'm not really sure who my favorite character is at the moment since it's only the first episode, but I'm leaning towards Daenerys Targaryen, since she's the only person who seems to have some form of who I guess you can feel bad for her after, like, firstly, the entire time her father wanted a son, she doesn't necessarily want to be queen, and she just lost her mother and her little brother, even though she didn't really know him, but it still sucks for her. You know, one of the things that dawned on me is that the Targaryens all have silver hair. It's not just the king, but also his wife and his daughter, what's her name, Daenerys Targaryen. And not just them, but also her cousins as well. So you know what that obviously implies. You know, it's what you would expect from a Game of Thrones show. So it's not just the Targaryens, but it's also the Lannisters. In the first episode of the show, Game of Thrones, we saw Jaime and Cersei, you know, doing their thing towards the end of the show. But here we didn't see any of the Targaryens doing it, and I'm glad they didn't. But I'm pretty sure eventually they will throughout the, I don't know, season. And now I knew from the get-go that you can't trust Daemon Targaryen. Like, there's nothing, like, just by looking at the guy, he just gives off bad vibes. You know, he does seem like the person that would betray his own brother. And he even makes a mockery of his nephew's death, called him the heir of the day. So I don't blame Viserys for sending him away, because he just makes you very uncomfortable. The show did a very cool thing of going back and forth with certain scenes, like, for example, the queen's death, or the queen giving birth and dying, as well as the tournaments that was happening. All those moments were very intense. You can sort of tell towards the end that when Rhaenyra was named queen, she wasn't exactly happy, because as her father explained to her, there's a lot of bad things, a lot of negativity around sitting on the Iron Throne. Yeah, I'm gonna have to try and learn the characters' names, because it's just that the Targaryens have these names that are kind of difficult to remember. So far, I remember Viserys and Rhaenyra, as well as Daemon. I wanna know what Daemon Targaryen's going to do next. I wanna know what Rhaenyra Targaryen will do as queen. You know what I mean? Because it's a Game of Thrones show, sort of. So I'm expecting a lot of conflict and drama. So the first episode of House of Targaryen. Have you watched it? What do you think about it? Please tell me in the comment section below. Have a good one.